Heel. Sit. Boy. Hey, how's it going? So this is just a quick demonstration of what Luther can do, as well as just a quick informative video. So here's Luther. He knows all your basic commands: sit, stay, lay down, heel. And heel has two purposes. Heel, as in, oops, sorry, slipped like that. Use heel just to have him go in the direction you want. Heel. Heel. He should follow you close. If he wanders off, all you gotta do is say heel. Sit. Sit is one command. So when I say sit, the dog doesn't move. He stays in one spot, just one command. You don't have to say stay. He hasn't been taught stay. It's just sit or lay down. And then he doesn't move until he's released. And if you want to retrieve him or recall him, all you have to do again is say heel. Good boy. And then we just say heel to have him follow. Now I have done some off-leash training with him, so the same basic commands are going to apply off-leash. I would suggest starting off on-leash, just to get him used to you and you give him the commands. When you give the commands, make sure you stay firm tone of voice, firm structure. You want to stand tall so the dog knows that you're an authoritative figure. Luther, heel. Down. Good boy. See, it's all one command. There's no two commands. If you have to tell him to sit twice, then you're going to have to take out the corrective collar and you're just going to correct him. So we do a learning phase. You could train him with treats at first, just to get him used to you. So when he sits, give him a treat right away. When he lays down, give him a treat. When he heels, he comes to you, give him a treat. Make sure it stays fun. And then to ensure that he listens, first time command, you could throw on this correction collar that I'm going to send with you. Just basic prong collar. Wrap around his neck. The chain goes through the hole and then it locks back on. I'll show this a little closer here. So take the chain, wrap around his neck, put the chain through that circle there, and then you come back around with this little clasp and you just squeeze on it to open it up, hook it into the chain, and that's going to sit on him just like this. Make sure it sits nice and high on his neck, nice and tight to the jaw. You don't want it low and loose. I'll send an extra link in case his neck gets bigger, so you could add an extra link to there. All you got to do is just turn and squeeze to get that off. That's another way too, you can put it on without having to use this. You just wrap around his neck, hook one side in, pull her tight. Take your leash, unhook it from the nylon collar and hook it up to the prong collar, and that's just your correction. So if you tell him to sit, he doesn't sit the first time, then you give him a little jolt and you say sit. Don't let him pull, you just give him a little pop. That's all. Heel. And this is also good if he starts to pull when you're walking him. So the leash should always be loose. If he starts to pull and it gets tight, you just give him a little pop, and then he'll know to slow down and walk beside you. Heel. Down. Heel. Good boy. Oh yes. Other things he knows, just your basic. Don't explode out the doors. He knows to sit before you open the door. So that's something you're going to want to do with him. Just make him sit before you open the door so he doesn't blow out the door. That could be dangerous. A dog could run out into the road or something. Another thing too, when he's in his crate, he knows when you open the door, he's not just going to burst out. He's going to stay in there and he's going to wait for you to tell him it's okay to come out. That covers all the basic commands. If I think of anything else, I'll send it in the email, but that's just a quick informative video so you know how he works.